When I was younger, I was listening to what everybody else listened to. That's Eminem, Nelly, and growing up, in church we had our own, the music that was going on there. You had Hillsong doing their thing. I love Boyz II Men. I listen to Boyz II Men, Mariah Carey, One Sweet Day, every night. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that's what I listen to. Don't judge me, but when I was younger, my mother found me some encyclopedia set. It wasn't even a full one. She got it used from some library or something. I read encyclopedias to sleep, for real. Like, the I was my favorite because I could read about Illinois. I could read about my own people. Hey, stop judging me. I feel you judging me. I tell everybody when I was younger, I wanted to be a meteorologist. I wanted to be a weather guy. I had autographed pictures of Tom Skilling. I still feel a lot of judgment coming from this room and from you. But yeah, I wanted to be a meteorologist. And so I never expected to be a musician, never expected to be a minister, never expected to do anything in that regard. So, but I will say that writing a book is probably closer to my expectations than art is. When I was younger, I was making room for basketball, 5th grade champs, 8th grade champs, and I was making room for Sega Genesis, making room for Super Nintendo. I was making room for learning music for church. Back then we still were musicians. We were a lot younger, we weren't that great, but we had a good time, making music and trying out new shouts and putting the Simpsons theme song into shout music. Even when we were too young to actually be the official musicians after church, when everybody kind of left the sanctuary, we would still be up there just making noise, making music for 3-4 hours. Then we walked to Buddy's, the convenience liquor store down the street, get some Doritos and come back. And so just that whole Sunday routine was very comfortable and we loved it. When I was younger, my favorite song growing up had to be, I would say, Water Runs Dry, I Wish I Never Met Her, and Half Crazy. Now, it's probably some John Mayer song or Break the Shell by NDRE, something like that. But I have too many now. It's gonna change every week. Ask me tomorrow and it'll be something different. You guys might judge me again, but when I was younger, I used to go on road trips down to this random city that I've yet to be in since I've been an adult, but it's called Branson, Missouri. And it's like I guess it's kind of a hidden rock and roll sanctuary or something like that. We used to go there. They had this place called Waltz and Waters, and they let me, as a kid, play with the water fountains and lights and stuff like that. I don't know. I still haven't been there. I don't even know if all my memories are even true anymore. But Branson, Missouri is my favorite place to go as a kid. Now my favorite place to go is home. I spend so much time on the road. My favorite vacation spot is going right back to Chicago and Southside. When I was younger, 15 years ago, I would have been 14 years old. So I would have just been in my second year of high school. That guy was running track. He was getting pretty good grades in school. He had a girlfriend who was the pastor's daughter at the church that he played at on Sunday. That was like my first excursion into being a musician at another church outside of my own church. And she was great. I was a nerd still, but what else happened? I don't know, that's about it. But I mean, I was cool. I was just figuring things out, having a good time. High school was very fun. I was more the life of the party back then. I was a lot looser and just doing whatever I did. And yeah, Chicago, born and bred. Yeah, that's who I was 15 years ago. I would tell my younger self to never change. I think that my younger self, I envy my younger self. My younger self, even though He had less sense of what was going on around him. You know, he was a little more free-spirited. He was a little looser. He was a little, you know, he kind of went with what was going on. He wasn't too much in his head. And, you know, as I've gotten older and responsibilities and pressure have mounted up, you know, I've had to, like, be a lot more focused. That 13, 14-year-old, he was pretty, you know, he was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? He was lame, but he understood that. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's like a very thin line between lame and cool. And he was right on it. And so I would say, you know, just stay who you are, enjoy yourself, have as much fun as you can. Because, you know, when you grow up, things do change.